Welcome back, Truth Seeker. In the headlines, Pearl Harbor attack survivor Richard Higgins dead at 102. And we've talked about 102,000 times in regards to Pearl Harbor and what they called the new Pearl Harbor, 9/11. Remember, buildings 1, 2, and 7 fell on 9/11, and Pearl Harbor was December 7th, the date written 1/2/7. But the other big parallel was that, if you don't know this, look it up. The 9/11 attack was simulated by the U.S. federal government. It was called Operation Amalgam Virgo. It was a simulation of Al-Qaeda attacking the U.S. and major landmarks with cruise missiles. And it reminds us those planes that supposedly hit targets had huge explosions, a lot more like missiles. But the June 1st, 2001 simulation of Al-Qaeda attacking the U.S. was 102 days before 9/11. And in Gematria, Al-Qaeda equals 102, as does Art of War, which is credited to Sun Tzu, but there's no historical record of Sun Tzu ever existed. The reason we know about Art of War is because of the Jesuit priest Father Amiot, who translated the text. And in light of him being a Jesuit priest, the Jesuits are the military order of the Catholic Church that carry the Templar cross. And they are a sun cult, kind of like Sun Tzu. And with regards to the Templars who had the Crusades, remember Bush, he referred to the attack in the Middle East after 9/11 as a crusade. But notice the gematria on the screen. Notice how Art of War is 102, World War is 102, Hirohito is 102, and that was the Emperor of Japan when they supposedly attacked Pearl Harbor, which the U.S. had recently secured as a state for military purposes against Japan and its expansion. If you're new here, gematria is based on the alphabetic order forwards and backwards. You can see, in addition to the 102s, you see the 114s, how each of those things are 102, 114. Hirohito, World War, Art of War. For the record, Pearl Harbor also equates to 114, but it does not equate to 102. The point is, we've talked about these numbers and these patterns so long, and now while all these wars are brewing in the world, while there's rumors of World War III, they want to bring up Pearl Harbor and a 102-year-old survivor. Again, check out the website thispersondoesnotexist.com, where it's easy for a computer to generate a very lifelike looking person that's not real at all, but looking at a photo online, you wouldn't know the difference. So is there even a Richard Higgins? Well, there he is with his birthday cake at 102. I mean, maybe it did happen. Then again, maybe not, because all these number rituals, all these contrived rituals, all these contrived stories, and all guided by numbers. And again, it's because of Kabbalah. Kabbalah is where all this comes from. Kabbalah says God created the world with numbers, letters, and words. It's where the whole gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, comes from. And that's why you see these rituals all throughout history. So, if there is a Richard Higgins out there, R.I.P. to him. And, this buzzing around the time of March 22nd, Skull and Bones Day. Of course, Skull and Bones has that gematria 41 going with Pearl Harbor happening in 1941. And I got to go back and dig through my notes. There was a simulation of an attack on Pearl Harbor also not long before it actually happened. So, long history of the government simulating attacks and then it becoming the news. And still, somehow in 2024, despite years of these types of things happening, a lot of people still oblivious. So, yeah, you want to get started? Go back and look up Operation Amalgam Virgo and count the days from June 1st to September 11th. You'll see it's 102. Till next time, True Seeker.